Okay. And we're back with Blade Runner Act 3. Well, we're going to get to Act 3 here. We're coming up to the end of Act 2 here. So let me adjust settings here. Alright. So we'll get back to where we last left off, where we just finished talking with Tyrell and Rachel. Unfortunately, it's the last time we will see Rachel and Tyrell. We will see a cinematic with Tyrell later, but that's the last interaction we'll have with him. Alright, so we'll head back to DNA Row here. That cinematic plays each time with the bike riders going past. It does get a little annoying after time. So, after the explosion, we are going to question Chu about about finding us Sebastian, who we heard the voicemail from in the last act.
Not good time now. Come back later. 你個細蚊仔喺邊度啊？你喺呢度啦，係咪？快啲嚟呢度啦！哦，咁靚仔啊！你個 Iris 呢真係大啦。
Did you just say the N-word? No, Chu, I love your ramblings. So let's ask him about Sebastian.
What's Sebastian been up to lately?
Sebastian? He do what always do, nervous system. Very important to Dr. Tyrell.
Where do I find him?
He had old building down alley, Bradbury Hotel, I think. You walk down alley, you find it.
All right. So we know where to go now. So the Bradbury building is apparently just right behind it here. Yeah, because we'd missed the Bradbury building right there. Again, another familiar location from the movies. Bradbury building's actually been in a few different movies before, but in particular, I remember Blade Runner most vividly just because of how they have this stark contrast through the way it appears, all desolate and gritty and dilapidated. So essentially, we're going to go looking for Sebastian through here. But we won't find him at least this time. A lot like Tyrell, he kind of comes in later. There's Tyrell's creepy midget robots keeps about.
It was some kind of freakish toy, half mechanical, half organic. Rep technology for sure, but no one was going to give me any retirement bonus for it.
Another familiar sight from the movies. I don't think it's back here. If I remember correctly...
Welcome home, JF.
Not quite JF. Poor guys. Alright, so... yeah, we can kind of see the shadow leading us through here. And we can see it go up there. And again, if you're familiar with the movies, a very similar scene here where Deckard is more or less hunted by the replicants. We can try to shoot at him, but we won't hit anything there. Now this, I think, is kind of stupid. Your little puzzle skills, like, oh, how do we climb up? Oh, gee, I don't know. Brilliant. Brilliant, McCoy. So we basically go up and get our ass kicked. Very casually. Oh my, this is so awkward.
That'll do, Sadiq. Enough!
Stop kicking his
You
leg.
think he found us, man?
One of the design subcons must have talked. Unstable personalities, to say the least.
Told you we should have blown up the old block.
It would have created problems down the line.
We got problem now, man.
This one? He's not a problem. He's an opportunity. You're weak, my friend. I expected so much more from you.
I'm thinking our brother not hearing too good.
Oh, he hears us. Isn't that right, McCoy?
You ready to give up fruitless nightmare, man? Come back to family?
He doesn't have a choice. He never did.
Yeah, gonna come right out and say it.
Let me kill him, man.
No.
We got no time to be patient. The gal, she's sick. She not gonna get no better.
That's where you're wrong, Sadiq. She will live.
Maybe. But this one, he got it coming bad.
Believe me, he's the least of our problems.
You're talking crazy. The hunter be dangerous.
A fool sees not the same tree a wise man sees.
I'm no fool, man.
You must have a little faith, my friend. Without contraries, there's no progression.
How can you trust any of their kind?
We have been manipulated by them, correct?
Oh, these do not work in
Now they're
close-ups.
going to see exactly what lies on the other side of the horizon.
Here's our very blunt dream where we dream of music or just literally dream of the off-world colony.
Catch me if you can.
Need a unicorn here.
How long have I been here, Lucy?
How do you know my name?
I saw your things at Runciter's. Did you feel bad when they killed those animals?
They were so pretty and sweet. I hoped Father wouldn't do it. But Mr. Runciter deserved retribution. That's what Father said.
Why?
'Cause he treated me bad. Like I belonged to him.
I'm sorry.
Why would you dress like that?
Are you really the hunter? Like Father says?
It's my job.
Why? What do you have against us?
Nothing. It's just the law.
Would you hurt me?
I promise you I won't.
Father will be back soon.
All right. So essentially, this begins Act 3 here, and what we have to do is just skate along the slippery floor here to apparently get over here to get the cuffs or whatever's holding us onto the chair over here. Not quite sure what's over here. It's too dark over here. I wonder if it was like heat or something, but anyway, based on what we've done in the previous acts, that cinematic we just saw there does have different dialogue depending on how you've gone about certain events in the game, how you've interacted with characters, the choices you made in dialogue. So it proceeds a little bit differently in terms of what Sadiq is babbling about when he's got the gun waving in your head. So we've got a new crime scene, or at least, the scene of the replicants here. We can grab some stuff. Let's see, got another photo we can look at.
Strange.
It's a photo, McCoy. It's not that strange. All right, we can pick up the baby doll.
Hysteria Hall was an arcade down near Nightclub Row.
I guess that's the clue to get you to look for the coin under there, is the baby doll here. Yeah. We'll take that in as evidence, I guess. And then, more gross food.
It felt and smelled like real cheese. Dairy products were choice contraband, scarce and mucho expensive. Selling them was a Class A felony.
So, the great cheese case here. And we can start to see a little bit more of, like this door out here leads back to where we first shot Zubin. So, and we'll be using that eventually later. Like, eventually we are going to get to a point where we can go around all of Los Angeles without the spinner. So we're going to go to the hotel lobby for now.
You let him in my room?
They had a warrant, mister. What was I supposed to do?
They took
And
my picture.
this should be a
Stop 'em!
familiar
How about
replicant.
me?
Excuse me, fellas.
Who the hell are you?
McCoy, LPD.
LPD, huh? Maybe you guys can return something to me.
How do you know we got it?
One of your own. Invaded my property. Bad haircut. Stupid coat. The other guy.
What
Re-
other guy?
Deckard.
Don't play dumb.
Come on.
What about him?
Nothing. I just thought you were gonna arrest me, that's all.
I don't care about your little run-in with the manager, okay? I'm looking for a couple of replicants.
Can't help you there, friend.
Maybe the clerk can tell me who was renting that room back there. Why were you hassling him?
You let these creeps in my room. I'm a very private person.
What do they got against you?
Nothing, friend. I ain't done nothing.
We're all innocents, aren't we?
Damn straight. And I don't like people asking questions either.
Just help me out here a little more. You seen a big Rasta guy around here? Or a guy with a beard and dark eyes?
A Rasta? What's that?
He's got dreadlocks. Talks with an accent.
Oh. No, I ain't seen no one like that. Look, my mother's waiting for me. You stick around. Maybe the manager will come back.
Tell me about your mother. So if you aren't familiar, that's the first replicant you actually see in the Blade Runner movie. I'm going to save here for the start of Act 3. But yeah, that's actually the first... it automatically saves beginning of Act 3, but we'll save it anyway. Yeah, that's the first replicant you see in Blade Runner, the one who's asked about the turtle. And then they ask, like, how do you feel about your mother? He's like, oh, I'll tell you about my mother, and then blows the guard across the room. So this relates back to...
I didn't know who was working this side of the pool, but whoever it was, they'd been pretty thorough going through the joint. I doubted if there was anything I could find that hadn't already been snagged and bagged.
Yeah, we just won't say Deckard's name, I guess, throughout it. So yeah, the thing is, like, Deckard, if you remember in the movie, he did search this place, and he did find a photo. But there are... Apparently, he did forget some stuff here. Like, I think we can look in here and find something. I think we found the scale, kind of like how we... the scale from the snake in... from the movie that Deckard finds. But also we find here a badge. Just see if we can locate that here. Just see where we've got a couple different cases going here, so we're gonna search by case. There's the Eisendoller murder. I don't think where that badge would be from. You can look it up by clues here. By different people. Yeah, I haven't gone too deep into this just because it doesn't really play as big a role just going through. But it's neat to go through the database and sort of look at all the different stuff you can find and to keep track of what you've got and keep filters on who's doing what. It's pretty cool, but I won't waste too much time with that just because it can get a little bit boring. Especially since we can, if you already played the game, you know most of where to go and how to track stuff, that you don't have to listen to everything quite as clearly in the in the Kaya database. So yeah, the landlord will come back eventually. You can speak with him. And there's more clues outside of the car wreck for the Yukon Hotel.
The car looked a lot like the one I'd been tracking. The driver had been smart enough to pull the license plate, but the vehicle identification number was still there. If I ran it through the mainframe back at the station, I could ID the owner.
So another reason to go back to the lab. And one more clue inside.
The wrapper was from a vendor I knew. Best lichen dogs in the 4th sector. That wasn't saying a whole lot, but with an arcade next door and a dozen nightclubs down the street, Mia and Murray's stand saw more action in a night than my spinster aunt saw all last century.
Okay. Thanks for that information, McCoy. So, we could go back to our... I think we'd actually go back to our spinner. Yeah, we can get to the arcade from there, I think. But yeah, we'll just head back to the spinner just because it's a little faster for right now. We want to rely on it for as much as we can. So now we've got the Bradbury building on there, and we've got 2 new locations. We got the Hysteria Hall and the nightclub row. We'll go to Hysteria Hall. Actually, we'll go to the police station first just to run the prints. See if the guy at the lab will actually talk to us again.
Mainframe and shooting range.
First we'll get it into the database. And before we upload, we will censor out a few things that we don't want them to know about. Like, we can try covering up Lucy. I doubt it will stick at this point. Let's see what else we could cover up. We'll go by case. Let's see, what should we cover up? We will cover up bomber. Well, no, we'll leave the bomber because we might need that for later. Let's try the crimes. No, crimes he knows we'll leave. We'll cover up most of the moon bus hijacking here. And here we'll look up by. This is the one you can look up just by clues. So I think we can find. Can we find? Did Deckard leave his badge in there? Could have sworn we had a badge in here somewhere. Officer statement. Here, we'll filter it out here by object. We got our Maggie bracelet. Oh, that's the saddest thing ever.
Holden's badge.
Yeah, it was actually Holden's badge. Which, if I remember correctly, Holden was the guy who was in the
uploading personal clue database.
Who was in intensive care, who was in a deleted scene.
The mainframe confirmed what I'd already guessed. The car from Chinatown was the same vehicle that had smacked the hydrant at Runciter's. The car was registered to a woman named Dektora. She'd bought it from a used car lot in the 4th sector. I ran the name through records and came up empty. The used car lot checked out clean too, but maybe the owner could tell me something.
So we additionally know about the car lot, which will play another big part. Let's see if anyone's at the lab. He's never there for me. Oh, never there. Alright.
Really?
Yeah, we'll just straight head back to our spinner and we'll check out our new locations. Yep, so Wisteria Hall will be the arcade. We'll find the hot dog people right out front here.
It was the trickster. He said Pat doesn't have a mink coat. She's got a good Republican cloth coat. That's all.
You're wrong, sweetie. It was Herbert Hoover.
I'm sorry, but I was there.
Well, if anything, you were all of 3 years old back then.
I still remember it, like it was yesterday.
And he said fur coat.
Okay.
You guys still battling it out?
That's what keeps our marriage alive and kicking, Ray. What can we do you for?
The works.
Coming right up. You know anything about politics, Ray? Famous quotes, things like that?
I try not to.
How about the checker speech?
Never heard of it.
Well, Hoover's checker speech.
Nixon's checker speech.
You're forgetting a lot your old age.
Right behind you, lady.
Okay, Jewish hot dog vendors. Let's change our demeanor here. Yeah, we'll be friendly because they're nice old people.
You ever seen this girl around here? Maybe in the arcade?
Oh, yes. I saw her come out of the arcade yesterday.
No, it was the day before.
Maybe you saw her both days.
No, I'm positive. It was yesterday.
You're positively wrong.
Oh,
it
great.
was 2 days ago, sure as God made little green apples.
You're getting Alzheimer's, sweetie.
Okay, just forget it.
Yeah, thank you. Boy. So yeah, I think depending on certain times, Lucy will be in the arcade here. Yep, there she is. Now, just for the sake of the dialogue here, I'm going to go into user's choice here. Just to give you an idea, like what the dialogue tree looks like.
You're sick, Lucy.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Father told me to watch out for you.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Have you always lived on Terra?
Yes.
I always dreamed Terra would be so special and beautiful. Birds and flowers and trees and blue water, like on the video. So different from everything on, well, where I was.
Okay, so here we do have kind of the dialogue tree here. So yeah, we have a couple different options here. What you want to try to do is try to get Lucy on your side if you want to, because like sometimes it'll like if you ask the wrong thing, like she will run into the Hall of Mirrors over here, and then you have to go through this very, very long sequence. So yeah, I think Void Conf will immediately do that, because I mean, you know she's a replicant, she knows she's a replicant, and she'll immediately run. So I think start off by talking about, we'll try Run-Sitter, since I think that's a tender issue.
Why'd they kill Run-Sitter's animals?
I didn't want them to, but Father, he was so angry, and Sadiq said Mr. Runsitter deserved it for treating me that way. It's so funny. I'm worth less than those animals. I guess I should hate them, but I don't.
So, all the animals were real?
Mr. Runsitter also used to buy some of the others.
Artificial.
He used to tell me that he was protected, that they came from somebody close to the source.
Who else was there that night?
Father and Uncle Zubin.
Who we killed. Let's see, I'll double save it right here. You've probably seen it since we've entered here, but yeah, there's the Command and Conquer Red Alert video game here. Even though it just looks like you're watching a cutscene of the game. Yeah, there's never Red Alert in the arcade. Yeah, really, really funny, Westwood. Okay, let's see. Let's try asking about, see if we can ask about Crystal.
There's another hunter after your family.
We know. The woman who smokes.
You've got to get out of here.
You're not the hunter anymore?
Go, quickly.
Thank you.
So yeah, she's gonna live out there, and actually, we'll try loading that up one more time. See if we can ask about a little bit more about her father.
Can you take me to your father?
I don't think he'd like that. I don't know where he is, anyway.
So, not much else we can do. Except just
There's
let her know to leave.
After your family.
We know. The woman who smokes.
You've got to get out of here.
You're a good man.
Don't jump to any conclusions.
You're gentle. Father used to be like that, too. He would read to me and tell me stories. Pretty stories, so I would have pretty dreams.
He doesn't do that anymore?
He's out with Sadiq every night. And he and Mother, they argue about what we're going to do. He's worried about her. She hasn't been well lately.
That must be tough on you.
I've seen death before. But the other day, I was thinking, if a person could feel love, real love, for even just one day, I think it would all be worth it.
Okay.
I agree.
Out in a place with trees, and a lake, and flowers.
Yeah.
I've seen places like that in books.
You'll see them with your own eyes.
And
one
movies.
day.
You're not the hunter anymore?
Go, quickly.
Thank you.
So yeah, you'll notice the dialogue's a little bit different there when she leaves there. He tells us a little bit more about the replicants about what the replicants are doing. And it's about all we can get from here, unless you actually want to go through the Hall of Mirrors and waste your time with that. So yeah, right next to Hysteria Hall is the car lot here. Lazy's
It's a killer, I kid you
Crazy
not.
Leg
Only
Larry.
35,000. Yeah,
Which
red, orange, blue,
you'll see why he's
puke
called
green,
Crazy
any color
Legs
you
in a
want.
minute.
Just give me 24 to hose the graffiti off. Just kidding. Ask for the man, Crazy Legs Larry. Toodaloo.
Yeah.
Admiring that bishy cat, ain't you? I don't blame you. It's a classic ride in a deluxe sport package. It'll push 125 without so much as a shake. Of course, you gotta find the road for it.
That's always the problem.
Crazy Legs Larry Hirsch. Pleased to meet you.
Ray McCoy.
You can call me Crazy, you can call me Larry, you can even call me Crazy Legs Larry.
Okay.
But don't call me if you don't think a hot set of wheels ain't necessary.
Yeah, that bits
Okay.
old.
The Bishi's exceptional. Mechanical is Pacific Rim flawless, as usual. But they also saved some of the classic styling of the old GM days.
Looks like a piece of work.
Forget those fibroplast Filipino heaps everyone's driving around. This is real. Just feast your eyes on this.
Yeah, there's a lot of fake stuff
You
in the
see
future.
it? You see it? That's actual chrome, the real stuff. They saved a couple hundred sheets of Tijuana chrome from before the war. It's completely legal and everything. Beautiful, isn't it?
I don't think I've ever seen it before.
And you probably won't ever see it again unless you steal this puppy. And honestly, no. Frankly, I gotta tell you, it's got your name written all over it. Ray McCovey.
McCoy.
Give it, take a couple letters.
I'll have to think about it.
But don't think too long or too hard about it, Roy. It's liable to be gonzo by the time you come back.
Gotcha.
Well, you can call me Roy, or you can just shut the hell up. Alright, so, we'll ask a little bit about... We already know about Lucy, so we'll ask about the car.
You sell a black sedan a few days ago?
Black sedan? Hey, I got standards. If it ain't sporty, I got no room for it.
I've seen the registration. I know a woman bought it from you.
Oh, that sedan. Hey, look, a sexy blonde wants to pay top dollar for the ugliest car in the place. Who am I to say no?
Did you know who she was?
No, but I'd like to know her in the biblical sense, if you catch what I'm saying.
Oh, Larry.
Look, Ray, it ain't a crime for me to make a living.
Okay. So we'll switch back to, I don't want to get sick of the dialogue trees. We'll switch back to being... Actually, we'll switch to Surly for right now. And, we will head back to our spinner here. Yep. You lose the keys? Yep. Okay. There we go. I think we're just about ready to head to the nightclub here. Or nightclub row, rather. Let's go through 2 cinematics and then the landing cinematic for the area. Yeah, this looks a little more... Just get out of the spinner pretty quickly. And I'll just save here quick, just because we're getting to territory where if you screw up once, it's, you know, game over. So we have 2 options here. There's the, there's sort of the bar, and there's the sort of strip club next door. So there's 2 options here. If we go into the bar, I think our Billy Crystal friend will be there. Yep. Yep, how could you miss him? If you remember, this is the bar that Deckard was at in the movie at one point, and they actually have the little video phones on the side over here, which you can actually use.
Damn.
Were we just dialing a random number? Yeah, we will end up using it again at some point. We'll talk to Billy Crystal guy over here.
Hey, man.
You're that cat from Howie Lee's. McCoy, right? We keep bumping into each other. You want an autograph? I know you ain't heard of me yet, but Gordo Frizz's autograph's gonna be worth a pile of chinion someday.
I'll hold my breath. I'm gonna ask you a few questions.
Man, don't you got anything better to do than hassle innocent people at their place of work? Make it snappy, okay?
I really appreciate your patience. You know the chef at Howie's?
That big flabby guy? Never seen him before.
You were hanging around right when he took off.
Yeah.
Pure coincidence. You are one hell of a suspicious cat, McCoy. Kick back, relax, watch my show. Take a little break from your boring existence.
If you were half as good as you think you are, you wouldn't be working in a joint like this.
What do you mean? Taffy's got some real celebs in the audience, baby.
And then we can essentially just we'll sit through his horrible little show as he waddles up the stage here, and then he will eventually will question him.
Hey, is everybody having a good time tonight?
just for the heck of it, we'll change our reaction to be more erratic here. Just to scare him a little.
What does a marriage and a tornado have in common? First, there's a lot of sucking and blowing, and then you lose your house. You know what my first wife's nickname was? Twister. A doctor calls up his patient. I got bad news and I got worse news. The bad news is you only got 24 hours to live. The patient says, what could be worse than that?
Yeah, what a
The
crowd you
doctor
got,
says,
Gordo.
I've been trying to reach you since yesterday. Guess what happens to a replicant who does his job really well? Early retirement, baby. I see we got a celebrity in the audience. Can I get a spot, please? That's right. It's one of the boys from the local Blade Runner unit. One of the LPD's finest, Ray McCoy. Let's give a big hand for Rep Detect McCoy. He's protecting us poor slobs, ladies and gentlemen. He even thinks you're a replicant. He can waste you right where you stand. Nice job, eh, detective?
It doesn't quite work that way.
Doesn't, eh? What if I pretended to be a replicant?
That just an excuse for your lousy act, Gordo?
Okay, that's funny, I guess.
That snake dancer that worked here, Zora, she was a rep. And her picture's gonna be on every front page tomorrow.
Too bad she'll never read it.
How are you sure someone's a rep, detective?
There's a test.
Test? What replicant's gonna sit still for a test?
If I'm trying to question someone and he runs, that's a pretty good sign.
Could be a pretty good sign that you need to bathe more often.
How about we find you, Gordo? Better run, boy.
Do what you gotta do, McCoy. If you gotta shoot, that's cool.
Nah.
Come on, McCoy. Why don't you make me famous?
Get off it. You're no replicant.
How do you know? I could be a martyr for the cause, baby.
Every rep I've ever seen wants to live, not die, pal.
What are you, an expert?
I've been around. I should haul you downtown, but that'd probably just make you happy.
You're not even going to arrest me? Gotta go, Daddy-O!
I think if you change it to Surly, you can bring him downtown, but, yeah, whatever. We've been letting replicants go by, but I don't know, it's kind of fun to let them go, because then they can come back and see him again at some point. So right now we'll save at that point. I'm sorry if I'm saving a little more frequently, it's just because we're getting to the point in the game where you will have to save. As we can see,
I remember early Q used to call himself a humanitarian because he'd recruit orphans for a sex club, then donate a percentage of their salary to his favorite animal propagation lab. Yeah, he was a real piece of work.
Yeah. So, yeah, we saw our boss go in the back there. We do have to get back there, but the thing is we can't while the bouncer's there.
Hey, Hanoi, where's Early?
Off-world fat farm.
You can do better than that.
No, it's true. Mr. Q sent me a vid just yesterday. Getting a hell of a tan he is.
So, we have to distract him.
Let me tell you what I want, and maybe I'll impress you.
So, go up and disturb the girl. And then when the bouncer's more distracted by the girl, we can slip by. And get into the more classy part of the strip club. And the owner is the one we're looking for here, the early Q. Once again, another guy in red.
Early, how's it hanging?
Thick, slick, and hard as a brick. How's yours, General?
Your man gave me a hard time out there.
I like Hanoi, but I can't deny his sphincter's a little tight.
What's on tap tonight?
Classy shows all evening, General. You're going to be able to cut diamonds down there or your money back.
Oh, God. Just because we want a little bit more control with early, go to user choice just for the moment.
This girl one of yours?
See if anything happens.
This ain't no daycare center, General. Of course, she ain't half bad looking.
My pappy always used to say if there's grass on the field, it's time to play ball.
Oh, Stephen Root.
So,
How would
she
you
hasn't
say
been
such
around
things?
here?
Nah, she ain't one of mine. Talk to Taffy. He gets most of the petty business around here.
It's men like you that made this country great, Early.
Alright, we're gonna be a little more surly. Yes.
Hey, Early.
I'm working right now, General. Ask me later.
Alright. So I think if we just wait around for a little bit here, we can wait for the show to start, I believe. And yeah, you can get on here and just watch yourself rotate around here. And then Early will leave.
Ladies and gentlemen, yours truly, the ever brilliant Early Q presents the wondrous, mysterious Hecuba, singing and performing the sacred Thanatos dance of the ancient swamp.
Alright.
What's your name?
So yeah, we can check out the show that Early's gonna have over here. We can make a few options once this show starts here. Yeah, that's not that sexy. Alright. Ugh. Alright, so now we can see that the bouncer's over here guarding the dressing rooms. Well, actually the dressing rooms are back, but he's guarding the projector room. So while he's distracted, we can actually go to the front of the strip club here. And now that the bouncer's gone, we can actually go into the back where Early's office is and find some evidence about what Early's really up to. Let's see, we can check here. I think we can find the photo.
I lucked out. The receipt for the Dragonfly collection was right on top of the pile. There were 3 pieces, a belt, earrings, and an anklet. Early had bought them last month at an auction for more money than I'd see if I retired a dozen reps. Nothing else there.
And I think that's about all we can do until Early comes in. And I think if we try to leave... Oh no, he doesn't come. Let's see. I think there might be something else we can find here. Or just sit down, I guess?
Nothing else there.
Oh, wait, here we go.
I didn't know what was on the disc, but the way Early had hidden it, it was bound to be dirty laundry.
Early will approach us.
How you doing, General? You got a warrant to show me, or you just breaking and entering?
What's on the disc, Early?
Hey, I don't hassle you about your private life. Put it down, McCoy.
Must be something pretty juicy. Your girls know about the cameras?
I got you. You want to trade. The disc for... what?
Let's hear what you got.
What do you say you and I have a drink first,
Yeah, I won't trust you with that, Early.
Whoa!
You can draw a gun
Cough
on
up
him.
some dirt, Early, or I'm taking this disc downtown.
You want Victoria, is that it? The girl with the rep friends? I can give her up. It'd be a hell of a score for you, General. 4, maybe 5 skin jobs.
Sit down.
I'll throw in a night with one of my dancers.
Sit down.
We can shoot him, but we'll be more diplomatic here, because I think if you do shoot him, the bouncer will come in and just shoot you, so gotta pick your targets wisely here.
We got a deal or not?
Let's hear what you got.
And then I get the disc?
We'll see. I still got the gun.
You're cold, General. But I know you're gonna be thankful I put those cameras in. Hey, check out Victoria's bearded boy toy. He's here all the time. You can be sure he ain't coming around for the witty conversation.
I've seen him before. What makes you think he's a replicant?
He walked right by my dancers. Didn't even pop a stiffy.
Maybe he swings another way.
Oh, come on, McCoy. Have you seen my girls? Besides, I heard him talking to Dictora. They got friends who are going to help him get off-world. I'm telling you, they got a whole little replicant love fest going on.
You hear him say anything else?
No, General, I ain't the nosy type.
Yeah, you're a model citizen.
You still have something in mind?
The disc? I'm keeping it for now.
Yeah.
We had a deal.
You'll get it back if you behave.
So it's blackmail.
Insurance.
No more free drinks for you, buddy boy.
I didn't get free drinks before.
Yeah.
Get out of my club.
Brilliant negotiating there. Early. You're wonderful. Alright. Let's see here. Save here for the moment. I think we're getting a weird update here. Oh, shoot. Oh, what the heck is going on here? One moment. We are experiencing technical difficulties here. Ah, and then we're back. There we go. Alright, oops. Don't want to bring a gun here. Because, yeah, if the bouncer is on the floor and you do bring out the gun, they do just kind of, like, throw you out. So, for the moment, we'll actually go back and check on that photo. Admire some of the gorgeous architecture here again. Never get tired of that, though. I mean, they keep reusing the same shots, but they're damn good for the CG at the time. So. Let's go to the mainframe and check it out.
Another
here.
retirement in the 4th sector today as a Blade Runner shot in a...
I think I cut that out, but I think she's referring to Deckard.
Uploading personal clue database.
So we'll get the disk scanned, I believe.
Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete.
And we'll take a look at the photo.
Scanning video disk. One enhanceable image found. Adding enhanceable photographs to Kaya database.
So you have a couple different photos here. Let's see. We've got
Early Q's nightclub.
2 from Early's. And we can kind of see Early here.
Early, you sick bastard. Give me a hard copy of that.
Yeah, there's Lucy. Oh, man. Lucy, why you gotta dress like that? Did Early dress you? And I don't think we can quite see her there. We can't find anything. I think there might be... Is there some... One of the jewelry... Might be able to find it in there. Probably not, though. So we'll go back on that. And
Early Q's nightclub.
Let's see. Oops. Trying to get Clovis, but I doubt it would get him there, because most of the time just you can get updated photos of people if you've already seen them before. Oh, we can't turn it? Oh, but we can see Lucy in the back here, can't we? Yep.
Hello there, Lucy. Give me a hard copy of that.
Oh yeah, first we're like, oh, really, you sick bastard. I'm like, oh, hey, it's Lucy. Wonderful. Can update one of Clovis. Nah, we can't. Alright, so, and then the other photo we've got here is the one we got back at the,
Moon bus.
at the Replicant hideout. Which is a little family portrait of the replicants. Clovis posing.
That guy sure gets around. Give me a hard copy of that.
Basically, this is just more or less an updated version of a few familiar characters. I can see Sadiq there. I don't think we can get a new photo of him. But of course, the most familiar looking person here is us.
That can't be me. Give me a hard copy of that.
And so begins the whole am I or am I not a replicant? Which, well, kind of more implied by the like the dream, obviously, but now it's, you know, very blunt. I think that's just about everything we got there, unless we can zoom in on any small part of the frame here. It's just garbage, I guess. Alright, so that should be all we need there. Alright. And then just try going to the lab one more time. And no one's there. It's like the only time we use the lab in the game. I think you can use it like a few more times after that, but not very... not concurrently. Alright, so we'll just head right back to the nightclub. Because then we can question the stripper there. Yeah, we're already... that glitch was in the original game too, where the spinner lands. If you notice when the spinner landed, we were already standing outside it, so I guess it was a different spinner, or we just shape-shifted out of there. So by now the stage show should have ended. So we should be able to go backstage now. Classiest of strip clubs. Alright, so we can see how the bouncer's still guarding the upstairs there. We can't really do anything to him, it'll throw us out. So we can walk up the stage here to get backstage, past the footage from Liquid Television. Anyone get that reference? No? Alright. So nothing here, so yeah, we'll just go in the back here. Once more save. Just in case we want to do things differently here. And, yeah, screw it, because I want to have control over certain endings, we'll do user's choice.
That's strange. I didn't hear a knock.
I just wanted to say, wow, you were awe-inspiring.
Oh, McCoy, God, no.
Well, thank you very much, Mr.
McCoy. Ray McCoy.
Is there something I can do for you, Mr.
Gee
McCoy?
So I think now we can make our choice here. We can talk about Early, I guess.
How'd you like working for Early Q?
He's always treated me very well.
Ever see him hanging out with any unsavory types?
Oh yeah, you betcha.
We don't get many priests in here, if that's what you mean.
What is with these games and going to the Minnesotan accents? Between this and Rebel Assault, they both had like oh yeah, Midwest.
Yeah, it's such an unusual belt. Is it antique?
They say it's from the last century. Those little creatures have always been my favorites.
Dragonflies?
Yes. And the whole class that contains them.
Tell you the truth, I'm from the LPD. I'd like to ask you a few questions if I could.
Is this about Early Q? Because I could tell you.
Did any other pieces come with the belt?
I'm sure I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, we're talking about the dragonflies there with the stuff we found from like Sadiq during the murders. Let's see what we can do next here. I think we can void Comfer.
There's a little test I'd like you to take.
Do you think I'm a replicant? Is that what this is about? If it's early Q, I'll help you any way you want.
Not exactly.
This is insane. I have a family, a daughter, for heaven's sake. Look, I'm willing to testify against early Q. A replicant wouldn't do that, would it?
A replicant doesn't necessarily care about what happens to another replicant.
Then you must be a replicant.
I'm sure I'm not.
How do you know you're not a replicant? Did you ever take that test yourself?
Sure I did. Long time ago.
Don't replicants go around with false memories? Maybe somewhere along the line you killed a human, took his place, and your superiors don't even know about it.
Okay, we're getting far down the rabbit
Interesting
hole.
idea. But I'm still gonna give you the test.
Yeah. Here we go. Alright, so let's calibrate it.
Reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. Where do you live?
I don't see why you need to know that.
Alright. So we'll get right off with start off with the low intensity.
Using the first words that come into your mind, describe your childhood.
It was unhappy. Short.
Yeah, that's what replicants would say for your lifespan. I'll move up to medium.
Your child comes home with a black eye.
I'd ask him who did it, and I'd call the boy's mother.
Not much. Try one more medium here. Gee, I wonder what animal will mention that's been being gored. See how she reacts.
You're watching TV. Suddenly you notice a wasp crawling on your wrist.
Ah.
I've never seen a wasp. I've heard they're lovely. I'd try to capture it. Then I'd call animal services and register it.
The natural reaction to a wasp. Call animal services on flies. Try one more medium, then we'll go to high, just because I don't want to push her too far.
You suddenly feel the urge to commit suicide.
Ridiculous. I wouldn't.
That's medium? Alright, then let's try high.
You rent a mountain cabin. On the walls, someone has hung old maps and Currier and Ives prints.
What are those?
Nature art. A deer's head is mounted above the fireplace. A full stag with developed horns.
Why would anyone hang a head on the wall? It was a different time then, wasn't it?
You saying that makes it okay?
Of course not.
Yeah, it was a different time. We didn't know about killing animals and mounting them on the walls. So what other animals can we tempt you with that are dying?
In a magazine, you come across a full-page photo of a nude girl. The girl is lying on a bearskin rug.
Oh, the lesbian
I turn
question.
The page.
That's a bit of an ambiguous answer there. I guess I'm intrigued.
You're giving a speech to a crowd of hundreds. First, one person starts to laugh. He leans over and says something to the people around him. Soon the whole audience is roaring with laughter and pointing at you.
I told you. They wouldn't be laughing.
Why's that?
That's not the reaction I provoke in an audience. You should know. I saw you out there, hiding in the dark with the rest of them.
I ain't the one being tested.
When I'm in front of an audience, I'm the one who's laughing. At every pathetic one of them.
I was there for like 2 seconds. Alright, let's do it with a high intensity.
You're at a restaurant with friends. One of them orders lobster. The chef drops the lobster into the tub of boiling water while you watch.
I'd leave, and I'd report the restaurant to the authorities.
So I guess we're not going to go on that date to Red Lobster then. Alright.
You're 7 years old. You managed to steal several marshmallows from the kitchen and sneak them back to your bedroom. You're caught, and your father spanks you.
I don't like marshmallows.
Pretend you do.
All right. My father wouldn't spank me, and I won't pretend that he did.
Okay. Yeah, touchy subject.
Like my briefcase?
Hmm?
Department issue. Baby hide. 100% genuine human baby hide.
That's horrible.
Test terminated.
I get it. You're some kind of sexual deviant. I'm finished with you. Get me the police?
You're doing the right thing.
Yes, this is an emergency.
pushed it too far.
Early cues backstage. A customer is harassing me. Thank you.
Put that away. I'm a cop.
Yep.
Now we wait. If your hand moves, I'll shoot.
Okay.
Please don't talk. The sound of your voice grates on my nerves.
We waited there for a few minutes.
No
Her gun
internal
in her eyes
monologue
never
either.
wavered. Any other mark, I'd have been a dead man. But if she was a replicant, she must not have known it if she was willing to call the police.
This a troublemaker? Put your hands on top of your head.
That's right. Ray McCoy, Rep Detect, BR 61661.
Never heard of you.
I report to Lieutenant Gouza. Call him.
I work for you? Let's go.
Where's your squad car?
Shut your mouth.
Which precinct are we going to?
And the corrupt cops here.
One.
Here we are.
This was no precinct house I'd ever been in, and I thought I'd been in them all.
Oh, God,
The
McCoy.
grunt to my right had the beefy, harnessed bull look down pat.
Yeah, we
His
can
twitchy
see
partner in the
McCoy.
suit looked like he was just itching to chainsaw a couple of kneecaps. Other than that, everything was hunky-dory.
Impersonating a police officer, huh? I guess the new Nexus models are a little more creative than the old ones.
I'm a Blade Runner. You don't believe me? Call Lieutenant Gouza.
There ain't no Gouza in the LPD.
Unless I've been walking around in a dream, there is.
That's what always bugs me. Yeah, the fact that these skin jobs always gotta live someone else's life.
No shit.
Just make the call, damn it.
You're just a piece of shit rep with memory implants of this Gouza guy, you understand?
Yeah, we heard that theory.
That's impossible. Rep ain't sounding so creative now, huh?
You want to avoid conf me? Be my guest.
Oh, man, the skating on
Very
the
good.
floor there. Just
Very good. Very convincing. Where you been hiding? The Kipple? Gregorian bring you in? Who else is working that side of the pool these days?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What about that bastard selling all that stuff downtown?
Hey, shut your trap. I'll tell you something, McCoy. I don't even care how you go out. But I know you can feel pain. And on that account, I'm your man, see? You tell me about everyone you met through cars, and I'll guarantee you we'll go real easy.
Your breath smells like you wiped your ass with your teeth.
You're gonna wish you was neck-deep in an off-road reactor vessel by the time I get through with you.
I think that might be Cam Clark
Fire
in the
up
voice
the chair,
there.
Holly.
Could be wrong, though.
You know what I'm gonna come back as in my next life? A priest.
What does this have to do?
There's something holy about how good I am at this.
Okay, this scene needs to end. Come on, Crystal. There.
Freeze! Don't even go for it.
Well. Oh. Yes.
You got any idea how glad I am to see you?
No time for chit-chat,
How
Slim. You want
good
to
you
save
are
your
with a
ass, gotta blow
shotgun?
this joint right now.
And so we're underground now. We gotta get back to the surface. And this will lead us back to the nightclub row.
What the hell took you so long?
Well, you didn't wait for me.
Good thing you made your entrance when you did.
Good thing one of my snitches saw them escort you out of the club. Otherwise, you'd be 3/4 in the bag right now.
They must have been phony cops hired by the reps for protection.
Cops, yes. Phony, no. I remembered Baker. He used to be an SID expert on coercive technique until he was fired from the force a couple years ago.
A mercenary?
Bingo.
He won't have to worry about getting paid no more.
That stripper you interviewed, she's one of them. Figure it out. She must have made the call to Baker and that other bozo. Let's attend to some business.
I'm there.
Yeah, time to raid the strip club.
Nice crowd.
So
Regular folks steal, just like you and me.
Speak for yourself. You see it anywhere?
Not yet.
Well, she
You
went
sure she's in here?
upstairs.
I'm gonna look backstage. Check the balcony and cover the exit. I don't want this one giving us the blow-off.
Just kind of check on the back there. I do like that about the game, that if you pay attention, you can find out where certain people are in the game. Wait, did I have a setting? Oh, we're on user's cut. Yeah, we'll do polite for right now. So this is, again, saving it here because this is another point in the game where we can make a big decision about if we want to kill the replicant woman, or if the replicant stripper, or if we want to save her life. She is going to try to distract us here, so get the gun out. Yeah, I think she can shoot you if you don't shoot her right away, if you don't shoot for that right away. So yeah, just a quick blinding technique. We'll go up here, and this is the tough call where you got to make the decision of whether or not you want to take her out or not. Yeah, you know what? I haven't killed any replicants in a while. We'll kill her, because this is actually one of the more amusing deaths here. Because we shoot here, and we shoot the whole way around. And she'll try to kill us while she's on fire and just fall out.
Jesus.
What have we done?
Been pretty busy, haven't you, Slim?
I think we can safely say that one's in biomechanical purgatory.
You had to clear out everything else up here, too.
Hope Early's got insurance.
Hutz employs replicants, he ought to expect the worst. Oh, sorry I missed all the laughs.
Next time.
There were
It's
laughs?
around here
Well, I
somewhere.
guess we did.
Where'd you park it?
I'm telling you, it was right here. Damn thing must have been stolen.
Maybe you're living in an alternate reality, Slim.
Attention all units. All points bulletin has been issued for Ray McCoy, formerly BR61661. Confirmed 1 civilian kill. Ezo. Considered armed and dangerous.
What the hell is that?
Maybe they just want to bring you in for questioning.
I didn't kill Ezo.
Maybe they think you're not what you think you are.
Are you saying I'm a rep? Come off it.
The look on your face after that last one? The minute you start to feel something for skin jobs, you're in big trouble.
Come on, cut the Philip K. Dick
Maybe I just
shtick.
got too much empathy.
In all the wrong places.
You want to put me on the machine?
Hey, I don't want anything, Slim. You're the one they want.
Detective Steele, BR61354, report to headquarters immediately. Code blue.
What are you going to do? Take me in?
No matter what they say, you're not on my list yet, Slim. You know what that means. And there's no use juicing you if I can't make some honest chinion off it, you know?
I never appreciated your baser instincts so much.
Gouza must have messed up somehow. I'll check it out, see what's going on, and then... we'll be meeting again, Slim. You can bank on it.
You got a deal.
And get cracking before I change my mind.
Alright, and so, with that, we are on the lam. But first, the cinematic of Luther and Lance here, who we were in their office earlier.
Good God! Your old fogey stuff makes me want to spew. Excuse me, but I was listening to music. Geek, hoodlum, dork, freak.
Oh, these two.
There is someone at the door.
Speak.
I have a return package for Mr. Luther Lance.
A return? From where?
Emil Runsiter.
Maybe one of the chimps blew a gasket and tried to bugger him.
They're not available. Come back later. Told you those strains were unstable. Runsiter must have discovered the fakes.
Relax. Runsiter's a simp.
You can tell he's the dirty one by his dirty clothes on his side.
20th century like a real drug man.
Who the piss do you think you are? Blasting in here like a couple of goddamn cowboys.
Gentlemen, take a moment to evaluate your situation.
Look, there's very little to steal here. If you can haul out one of the statues, be our guest.
We look like thieves to you, man?
No.
You look like a couple of goddamn...
You got too much red in your mouths.
Take a good, long look.
Aha! Just the people we were hoping to see, right, Lance?
Huh?
Nexus 6. And you came to us.
We
Return
just
to you,
knew
my
that.
brothers, to ask your help.
Unfortunately, we don't work for the Tyrell Corporation anymore.
You've been continuing your research, I trust.
Yeah, of course. Something drives us on.
The common bond. Can you have greater miracles than these? Brothers, my brothers, take a good, long look.
Oh my God.
Everyone looks like a replicant.
Shall we begin?
Alright, one more bit of internal monologue here.
You wake up one day and find it's all been a dream. Or you wake up and discover you've been asleep all the time and the nightmare is real. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know who I was. A cop dangling on the short end of the stick, or a rep whose memory banks had run out. One thing I was sure of was that I didn't kill Izo. That I know I experienced. And this misinformation, maybe it was the key to everything that was happening. Maybe there was a lot more than what met my eye. All I had to do was stay alive long enough to find out.
Yep, you're in Philip K. Dick land now, McCoy. So with that, I believe, yep, that was the start of Act 4. Oh, can't wait to see Luther and Lance again. Their own sitcom. So with that, I'm going to cut it off here. So thank you for watching another act of Blade Runner, and I'll see you again for Act 4. So thank you for watching.